Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make some study plan. This week is my little pausa week, which means that I get to take 1 week off, like this week off. I still wanna make really good use of the week, so I'm thinking that I should make some study plan, and I'm gonna use a new planner. So this is the second time that I tried to use Notion to organize my study life. I tried it once a few months ago, but it was a failure and just got really confused, so I just gave up. But over the past few months, I've seen so many videos recommending this application, so I watched some tutorials, and here I am again. I'm gonna try to use Notion to make this really simple weekly planner. I don't have any crazy schedule in study or in life. Before I move on to Notion, I just want to go through my plans generally with you guys. It's very simple. So the first part of study would be a little repaso, a review of the book. This is our textbook. So 6 weeks ago, I started off from Unit 7 and I finished the second half of the book last week. I just want to do a little review of the things that I've learned because I feel like doing reviews is one of the most important things in language learning, and I feel ashamed that I didn't do this earlier. I've always wanted to do it, but somehow I just didn't. So anyway, I'm gonna start from Unit 12 since I just finished it last week. So the focus of the review would be on grammar because I really think that I've learned a lot from this book, and I'm also gonna organize the documents that the professor sent to us. And then for reading, I'm gonna revisit this book called Así es Goya. I got it from Prado Museum, maybe some museum here. I was immediately attracted by the illustration style here. Like, I really like books like this. Look how cute it is. But don't be fooled by the pretty illustration. This book is not easy to read at all. There were so many vocabularies, and the sentence structures can get really complicated, at least a few months ago. So I first read this in April or in May. So I basically just went through the book. I didn't take any note at all, which is one of the reasons why I want to revisit this book. I'm sort of curious to see if I know more vocabularies now in the book, which I didn't know back then. And I'm gonna jot down stuff that I don't know this time in my notebook. And the second reason why I want to reread this book is because it's closely tied to like the Spanish royal family, the Spanish history, which I didn't know that much about back then. But over the past few weeks, because I've had several VIP classes with my Spanish teacher because other students didn't show up online, and then he asked me what I wanted to learn because we didn't necessarily have to use the book if there were only 2 of us, and I said maybe you can teach me something about history. So he's been teaching me some Spanish history, which I absolutely love, and I just sort of want to see which part of the history this book slices in. I mean, I have a very vague idea. And for listening, I don't really have like intensive listening practice plan like dictations or do exercises. My plan is to watch a documentary series. It's called Memoria de España. There are 27 episodes. It's produced by the state-owned media corporation in Spain called RTVE. I watched 1 episode. I kind of like it, and it comes with subtitles, and it covers the history from almost from the Big Bang to current Spain. So I think it can be really helpful for me. Each episode is like 50 minutes long, so I'm just gonna watch 1 episode each day, and I'm just gonna turn on the subtitles because I'm pretty sure there are gonna be tons of vocabularies that I don't understand. I don't want to stress myself. So now let's move on to Notion, and hopefully I work this out this time.
Alright, so let's start out by building a new category called Weekly Planner. I'll pick an icon, probably another notebook. Okay, so this is going to be my study plan for Spanish. Then let's build a subpage because hopefully I can make more study plans in future with Notion. And then I'm just going to use the table form. So my study goals are, I'll have content, please must see 1, Unit 12, repaso, and then I'll put down the reading plan, which is 15 pages of the book Así es Goya. Then the listening part, Memoria de España, episode 1. So for the second part, I want to put the date. So November the 2nd, the study plan for today. And for the third column, I'll do a status, just a little checkbox so that I feel more accomplished once I finish the task. And then, okay, so the fourth column, I sort of want to see how long it takes to finish each task. The next column would be external materials. As I said before, professor sent us supplementary materials, so I'm hoping that I can just link it. And the last column would be external link, because sometimes when I'm confused about certain contents, I'll Google it, and I'm thinking that maybe I could just put external link here, so I have something to look back to. And now let's just copy paste the content for the coming next few days. I sort of just want to hit these major goals for the week. Okay, so now once we're done with all the major contents, I want to build some sub-page of the contents that I'm going to study so that every day I can just sort of do a daily log of what I've learned. I'll put down the topic of this unit and then the grammar points. And let's take a look at the reading part. So I want to write down the general ideas in Spanish so that I can practice writing a little bit of the parts that I read each day, and maybe I'll just jot down sentences that I like. And for the documentary, I'm gonna include its titles, of course. Then I'll put down the general ideas of this episode. Lastly, I think I'll just do sort of like a structure of this episode so that the logic line is more clear.
Alright guys, so halfway through editing I realized that I didn't film an outro, so this would be the outro for my video, and I'll keep you guys updated of how my plan goes, and I'll see you guys in the next one.